Alright, that's the top of the hour, so let's get into it. Today we're going to be playing Palia, or Palia. I'm not sure how it's meant to be pronounced, but I've been pronouncing it Palia. It's a new game that's in its open beta right now. It started just yesterday. Um, it's it's somewhat similar to games like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing, but it's also quite different. Um, I haven't played Animal Crossing, so I don't know how much overlap there is there. Um, but essentially, you use the skills that you want to use, you develop them, you have different things like fishing and farming, cooking, um, mining and harvesting or foraging, hunting, and as you use skills, they level up. And it's just a village life, essentially. Now, the game is technically an MMO, but as far as I have seen, that essentially just means there are other people present. You don't have to interact with them at all. You don't have to party up to deal with certain things. There's no dungeons where you have to get a group of people together with the right combinations. None of that. Which I am very thankful for. I don't tend to like MMOs that do all that sort of stuff. I like to be able to go at my own pace without having to worry about having a team that I'm bringing down if I'm slow with things, if I'm taking it easy. So we have here my the character that I've made. You apparently can't rotate them at all, but we'll get a better look at them once we're into the game. So the character creation I did yesterday, it's not like super deep, but it's got enough that it's nice. You can get a bit of nice quality going. And we're in. It doesn't take too long at all. So within the game, there is a town here where there's lots of NPCs. I haven't met all of them, so the ones that I have met have little faces on their images. The ones I haven't are just indistinct person shapes. And then you get your own little housing plot off just a short ways from the town. Now, the game is in open beta, so it's not perfect. There's probably still a lot more to come, but for now I think it's quite nice. There are 2 maps other than your homestead. This one where the village is, and then Bahari Bay has some more housing out there, but it's more of a bay, as the name suggests. So I've not actually explored a lot of the place. I've gotten the basics going, and that's all really. I haven't even really finished the basics. Like, I think I'm close to finishing the tutorial, but I am not there yet. You'll also notice when you're looking at the map, there is a return home button. You can use that once every half an hour, I believe, to just teleport back to your house or your homestead. Other than that, there are fast travel points around the place, but they do cost gold to use. So I won't be doing that. I will be running everywhere. I guess I can also show So skill levels show up on the bottom left here when you're looking at the character screen. There's only 8 skills at the moment, but it's a fair bit of variety. You can sort of tell I've been doing a lot of foraging and fishing. Foraging is sort of necessary, as is mining. Cooking also very important, so those 3 sort of develop as they need to. And then there's fishing, gardening, hunting, bug catching, and furniture making. And all of these things develop as you use them. Pixels, hello! How are you doing? Yeah, so all of the skills develop as you use them, so long as you have focus. So, focus is how the game measures whether you've been eating, essentially. You cook, you make food, like grilled meat I have here, gives me 50 focus. When you do any sort of activity, some of your focus is consumed to gain experience in that skill. So it's a kind of important thing, and that's why the cooking skill is an important one. You're going to need food. It takes some time to actually get the recipes, but you will need food to keep that focus up so that your skills can grow. You'll also see I have the air personality type. I don't know what that actually entails, but when you're in dialogue with characters, different dialogue options you're given will relate to different personality types. So there's air, earth, fire, and water, I've seen. So I don't really know what they entail. We'll learn eventually, I guess. So I'm going to start off just by going and finishing a quest that I had been progressing yesterday.
Oh, goody! Someone to chat with.
And introduce you to the town's mayor. Kenley is not the brightest, but he's not malicious. They only have a little bit of voice acting. I don't know if they plan to have a lot or if it will just stay with the little one-off lines. There's always room for improvement. So this in the setting, the presence of humans is unusual in this world. So there used to be humans, but they all died off at some point, and now humans are showing up just out of thin air. And the people who live here are doing their best to make people welcome. So we're getting to know people, we're developing the skills we'll need to get by, setting up our home so that it can actually be a home. Let's see. Hesh has always liked the finer things. The sheer number of presents I gave her when we first began courting. You've made everyone feel so welcome. I'm not sure what you like yet, but the least I can do is give you a little something as well.
I'm neck deep in paperwork
I didn't
right now.
even look at what I got then. I guess I can check my inventory. Grilled oyster, I guess, because I didn't have 2 stacks of that before. So it's quite a nice little game. It's low stress. You don't have to worry about things. There's no rush. If you run out of focus, the only penalty is that you're not going to be gaining experience so efficiently. Your tools aren't going to break, though I have seen that some upgrades can be lost if the durability runs out, and then the tool just drops back to a basic level. I'm not too concerned about that. Like, it's just something to keep your attention on. Other than that, you really just go around at your own pace. Can I mine this? Yes! So, you'll find plenty of materials out in the open world. Wood and stone and trees are the most common ones. There are animals that you can hunt, bugs you can catch. There are also some chests that you will find hidden around, but I haven't seen much of that yet. Other than that, really, it's just a go at your own pace, do what you want. At least as far as I've seen. Yeah, no combat that I've seen. No real dangers or anything. So, when you start the game, you will be down this way in a sort of temple. And the story we will progress the story actually right now. So once you've got your house, you do some work there, and you find a strange thing, which you're eventually told might be a sort of energy source for this weird door. So let's find out. Oh. Oh, no, okay, it has appeared in the door now. And now I can enter the ruins. I'm going to be real surprised if it turns out there are enemies in here, because I've not seen any sign of such things existing. What's this? An ancient tome. I often pondered why this temple was built here, of all places. I believe I finally found my answer. Flow, in its raw form, is so powerful, and here it has combined with the water. Together, they have evolved into something else. I'll have to study it more to get better answers. You. EW. Anything of interest in the water. Unfortunate thing with this game, you cannot swim. If you get like waist deep in water, you are automatically teleported back to the safest spot that you've been in, which can be a bit annoying, because if you're trying to do some fishing and a spot is just out of reach, you take one more step trying to get a bit closer, and whoops, your waist is underwater now. Guess you have to teleport back. A bowl with rust on the bottom. The inscription has been worn away by time. The strange writing says, knowledge grows the mind even in times of strife. To enter here, you must supply that which grows life. Well, that would be a little bit more confusing if I hadn't read that other tablet, and I imagine I just have to pour some water on this. Hello, Gina. You're here all of a sudden.
Doing your own research?
So I'm not going to read all of the dialogue. Like, it's a free beta. If you really want to see all the dialogue and everything, and I wind up going too quickly, it costs you nothing to get started. Like, I'll as always have my links to Discord and Twitter and such at the end of the stream, and anyone who is interested and can't find the game for themselves can just reach out to me and I'll send you the right way. Because it's worth it. I think it's free, it's fun. Let's see. Heard rumbling. Okay. Place is amazing. Some kind of temple. Yes, I can read the ancient human writing apparently. Yeah. Being human does mean I should be able to read human language. Though, it's fortunate that there is a singular human language in this world, and not countless like we have on Earth. So, she's gonna survey this room, okay. Flow mixing with other elements. Red myths, that's all. If it's in the water, it would explain, yep. Not sure what the ruins around the village used to be. They're based around a central square. Old books found in subterranean structures. Space in the meadow where there are no ruins. Looks kind of like a sports field. A kind of school. Huh. Though it's possible human civilization wasn't organised the same way.
Back to my reset.
Also, I have a quest to just talk to you. Start to think she was dreaming that I... So when you first show up, she's the one who sees you appear and sort of sends you to town to speak to the right people to get you settled. Gina is a researcher studying the old ruins of ancient human civilization. Let's see. Trying to find out why humans are suddenly back. Piece of statue that looked like it fell off the phoenix, so I returned it. Okay. Started glowing like when I appeared. Two events are connected. Need me to go check out the shrine. Okay. I'll do that another time because right now we're delving deeper. Guessing this is a phoenix? The inscription on the base says, "Dear Phoenix, protect this place and its people. Let your waves wash away our..." The final word is too faded to read. Why is the phoenix connected to waves? This doesn't... This... What? Phoenix waves? And this is a water temple? Why is the phoenix water and not fire? I am confused. Well, this statue's lost its head. This chamber was added for your protection. Do not give up your faith. The king shall free us when it is safe, and our people will roam the land again. Okay, well, that's going to be deep water where I would die. Nothing special over here, so I guess we go this way. The game does have... Oh, no? Are they expecting me to... Oh no, my quest... I was wondering if they expected me to jump that distance, but my quest has updated, telling me to go return to Gina. Okay. But yeah, the game does have 2 paces that you can move at. Oh, there's another little journal here. There's just the basic jog, and then there's sprinting. Sprinting doesn't consume any stamina, so there's no real reason not to sprint if you're wanting to go faster, but when there's something that you can climb, you cannot climb these walls, but some walls you can. If you're facing something that you want to climb, or you can climb, but you don't want to climb it, if you're sprinting and you try and turn, there's a bit of a radius, so turning hits the wall and gets you climbing it. So it's a bit awkward, which is why I've got my sprinting set to just tap, so you start sprinting and then it stops when you stop moving, rather than just toggling it on permanently. Ancient Explorer's Log. I have come to believe this place was called the Temple of the Waves. I was sent to explore it to ensure the village in its shadow is safe. Who were these people? Why did they build such a magnificent structure, only to lock it away? It took ages to acquire what was needed to open the outer door, an ancient battery of sorts. And now I am faced with yet another obstacle. This new door is covered in an ancient language, one we cannot yet understand. There is no slot for another battery. Zendrick is calling me from the entrance. It appears our battery is failing, and my time is short. Perhaps someday someone shall solve this puzzle. If you are reading this, you may be that person. Best of luck to you. The spirit of Kilima is behind you. K. Bahari. Bahari sounds like a familiar name. I can't check the map because I'm inside this zone.
Hi. Aww.
I don't even know what you're talking about, Gina. Just witnessed an actual human re-emergence. It's a lot. Why did you claim it? Thought someone with more experience in the human re-emergence field would be better able to help. Only after I left, I realised you're... Only after she left, she realised she's the foremost expert on human re-emergence. So, kind of bungled. Apprentice archaeologist. Thesis on human re-emergence, with the hopes of becoming a full scholar. Interesting artifacts. Send them her way. Might be the key to becoming a scholar, or discovering mystery of what happened to humans. Second part is obviously a lot more important. Have you heard of someone named Zendrick? Zendrick Starcrusher. Didn't take you for history buff. Grimalkin Explorer. Grimalkin are sort of cat people, I think. Put Kilima on the map. Didn't build the town, but he helped set up important trade routes. Used to explore ruins. Sometimes find one of his journals. Left notes behind to help other explorers. And I've found something up ahead. Some big ruins. The ruins are probably more important than a huge cliff. Perhaps it was a temple. Try navigating that. Wouldn't try navigating the area without a glider. Need to speak to with Najima about building one. She usually hangs around Bahari Bay.
I really should get back to it.
Okay, so I can't do anything else in here for the moment, but I do need to go to the shrine where I was found, which is just outside. Take the left. And we're there. Nice and convenient to have these quests right next to each other. So yeah, we can see this is the Phoenix statue where I first appeared, as do any other players, obviously. New. Make an offering to the Phoenix, my focus bonus increased. And now I can spend 100 renown to commune again. Sure. Bonus increased to 30%. Still got over 100, so I can do more. And I'm 5 renown short. So renown you get just by doing quests, talking to people, finishing accomplishments, and all sorts of things. I think giving gifts might give you some as well. Haven't actually had a look around this room to make sure there aren't any chests or anything. Doesn't seem like it. So you can see when you're climbing things, you can only climb certain surfaces, but when you are climbing, you do have a stamina bar that decays, so you can't exactly just scale cliffs. Also, you can see, you can just barely see. Might actually be clearer, but it doesn't really help. But just above my reticle there is a chest sitting there, but I don't think I can get it yet. So we begin a long run just to find anything that catches our attention, really. There is someone who has dialogue for me over this way. So you can hunt these deer, but it takes 2 shots to get them with the basic arrows, so it's a bit of effort to actually get the second shot because they will run away. So I don't typically bother with trying to hunt them. I just hunt smaller animals. So we can see at the top of the screen there's a sort of compass that is pointing us to points of interest. Nothing over that way. If I just do a slow pan around. Okay, so there's someone to talk to off that way. But since we're right here, this is where we access the homestead. So, homestead is where you will build your house, plant your crops, do your cooking, set up any other structures that are useful, so like the crafting bench, chests, and the forge, right, that, and the sawmill. These don't have quite as much in them as I was expecting, but it is enough. So the forge and sawmill process materials automatically, but it takes time. So I put a bunch of stuff in them last night and just left them running. And now that they've finished, I can finish this house. Or not. Oh, it will take 8 hours to build the house. Okay, well, I'm in no rush really. I don't think the house changes anything for me, really. It sort of just it'll just be another place to put stuff, I think. Let's see. Store away stuff that I don't need right now. Actually, let's set the copper cooking. So I can make copper bars, which will actually be useful to me, because if I come into the crafting bench, you can see that I've got a bunch of things I can craft. There's decor. Tools are rather important, I suppose. So arrows are used for hunting, smoke bombs are used for bug catching, and they are limited resources. You can run out of them, but you can craft more. They're fairly cheap to make, so it's not too much of a worry. I'll probably want to make a standard rod next. Also of note, if you are lacking a material for something, you can request it. So you can put out a request, and other players can can fill requests. So right now, someone has requested Elder Cernuk antlers. So if I had some of those, I could send them to them, and that would be all fine. You can see at one point I requested some Cernuk hide. Cernuk are the deers. So you can request a few items. I think it's each day or something like that, but you can be a bit lazy about it. I won't be. Okay, I won't be, so let's actually look. I'm going to need 40 planks for the axe and rod. I'll probably need another 20 for the pickaxe. So let's make that 60 planks. I've got 7, so I need 53 more. I should have... Yeah, I should have enough for 15 bars here, right? 15 times 5. Do I? 2 is 30, 4 is 60, 5 is 75. I might be 1 copper short of getting the 15 bars. So I need 57 planks, or 53 planks, which is 1 wood to a plank. I have 26, so I'll just put that there so that I can keep track of it. I need that to get up to 53. I'll cut down the wood and start that processing. And then I'll go find some copper, I guess. So, as far as I know, the stuff on your farm area doesn't regrow. Once you cut it down, it's gone, but you can always go out into the world and the stuff there will repopulate. I think that's enough wood. So let's get this cutting. There we go. Oh, that went from 59 to 58, so it already reduced by 1. So I think I've got enough copper there, which is good news. I'll just refill my watering can before we head out. Also of note, this, it's giving me the tutorial for it, but I already know about it. It's the sales bin. It's similar to Stardew Valley's sale bin. You just put put whatever in there that you want to sell, and it will sell. It's time restricted, not exactly real world, but in game it picks up at or it's the stuff in there is sold at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. in game times. Shops will buy the same sort of items as they sell, as long as it's business hours. Zeki's general store will buy most things. I don't know if that one's entirely accurate. I could have sworn I think there was some trouble thinking the fishing guy wasn't buying fish, which is kind of weird. Ooh, shiny pebbles are a good gift for the friendly fisherman. Games tips are very handy. I am actually going to go back into the farmstead. Extra loading times. Because I do have a shiny pebble, and I'd kind of like to have a good friendship with the farming man, or fishing man. So, grab shiny pebble. And I will go take that to him, because I don't think... Yeah, it cannot be sold. It is just a pebble, so it's not got any monetary value. Let's go down there then, and I hope he'll accept a gift right now and not have received one too recently from me. I can show off the fishing while we're there as well. Though, do kind of no fall damage, nice and smooth, so you can just jump. Let's go see what this dialogue marker is about. Must be some sort of point of interest. Hello.
Yeah? Huh.
Ain't given up on mining yet. Got some new recipes, okay. So I can't buy most of the recipes from him yet, because my mining level is too low, but I can buy the recipe for a new for a better pickaxe. I can't really sell anything to him either, but that's fine. I now have 2 money.
I suppose I'll be seeing you around.
So, let's check the map real quick. Einar the fisherman is at the lagoon right now, so let's go meet him. And there he is. Einar is a robot. He likes fishing. He wears fishing stuff.
I feel much oneness today.
Have gift shiny pebble. So large it barely qualifies as a pebble at all, but never fear, I shall cherish it just the same. Thank you, Einar, very nice. Let's have a chat. Many ways to gather insects for bait. You can purchase them from the shop, find them in the woods, or even build your own worm farm. Personally, I suggest the latter. Worms not only make great bait, but they have other excellent uses. You may keep them as pets, or wear them as hats, and other sorts of adornments. At least, this is what I do.
Farewell.
Yeah, no interest in what he's selling right now, because I can't afford anything. So, fishing... I think I missed then. Fishing is a rather simple thing. Cast the line, wait for a big bob like that, and then just hold the button down to reel it in. Move the... right now it's mouse, but move that left and right to angle the marker just to keep the fish in the marker, And that's all you've got to do. It's nice and calm. So, I've taken a sort of liking to the fishing where it's just peaceful, really. Real fishing I don't really have the patience for, but this sort of fishing, it's a lot simpler to care about. I don't have any real stress over it. Like Stardew Valley, the fishing in that you've got to actually be on point and paying attention. So will you buy fish? No, see? Can't sell here. He won't buy the fish, even though he sells fishing stuff. Well, that's fun. Actually, let's catch a second gillyfin that isn't star quality. Because cooking fish requires 2 fish of any type. The star oops. I twitch sometimes and just click the button. Having them of different star quality does seem to separate them from cooking together. So I'll just get a hold of a second fish. As far as I've seen, there are only really gillyfins in this lake. I've seen one of my friends pull up trash, old wheels and such. I've only ever caught gillyfins. Hello, butterfly. You don't look shiny, so you're not a secret special butterfly or anything. Let's have a bit of an actual look around and see if I can... Character had a bit of a freak out there. Have a look around, see if there are any chests or anything that I notice. Doesn't really seem like it. Apparently this is a fishing spot. But let's head over to Bahari Bay, where I do have a quest to fill, and I can show off the other map as well. So it doesn't take too long to travel around the maps. They're not enormous or anything, but they're decently sized. And I've not even explored the majority of it. Like I've been sticking to the paths, really. Like there are ruins up here. It's probably something of interest. If I come up here... What's this? I've got no clue. Can't interact with it. Oh, that's a purple tree. Purple trees are special magical things. I don't think I can cut them right now. I need a better axe and better foraging skill. Oh, that's fine. Those little guys are the things I tend to hunt. Where am I going for this quest? This way. Oh, you're a fancy bug. And that is an even fancier bug. Star quality common butterfly. Excellent. There's another one. I don't actually know if there's any value for me to be catching these bugs, but I might as well. Come on, catch it. Oh, oops. Yeah, I guess worst case, I'm not going to be hitting a moving target. I suck at aiming. Yeah, worst case, I can just sell the bugs that I catch. Najuma.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Works with his dad in the mines. He used to before it became too dangerous. Not a stranger to danger. Well, he's considering he's got big rocket fireworks all around here.
Aw.
Nice to meet you.
Did it. Man.
Can you build me a glider? Need a bunch of test subjects. Won't let you jump off cliffs, you say. Just bring the supplies. Let's have a chat. Need a timed explosive system. Okay.
What?
His dad really likes antler decor.
Ugh.
Antlers everywhere look is pretty tacky.
Guess I'll see you around.
3 sapwood planks, 2 fabric, 5 leather. I don't think I can even make fabric or leather. So let's actually have a look at the map here. So I'm guessing Hodari is Najuma's father because Hodari is the resident miner. I've not come out around this area. Hassian's Grove, Hideaway Bluffs, Windy Ruins. So there's a lot. I've come up around the coral shores before, but that's pretty much it. I will say, if you get into the game and you're looking for a way to earn money so that you can buy stuff, before you've really got set up with anything, you can come out to the shores here and just collect shells and unopened oysters. Shells don't sell for much, but they are relatively common and you can stack them up to 30, so you can get a good amount of money from selling a stack of shells. And the oysters, you can open them up, and most of the time they will have oyster meat in them, which you can just cook after you've got the recipe for it. But sometimes they will have pearls, and you can sell the pearls for a decent amount. I've just found a recipe. Loaded potato soup. So I've just come into this person, read their book and stolen their recipe, basically. But that seems to be the common way of finding recipes, as far as I've seen. Like you just read things, you find bits of paper that you can read. Eventually, you get together enough to actually make a recipe. which, I mean, it's kind of important, but it's not essential. Why is there a gate? Why is there a gate there? Like, having the archway there, I could understand as just a bit of decoration, being like, this is the boundary between the two zones. Why is there a gate on it? That makes no sense. Morals. Moral? I don't know. These mushrooms are handy to pick when you see them. 3 of them you can cook into one meal. And food is rather important. So, doesn't hurt at all to just grab them. Chest. Oh. Gold and sapwood planks. And the chest, which I can now put down in my house. So now I'm going to need fabric and leather. I don't know if I can cross this river. I can. It's shallow. So, a lot of this is just going to be me wandering, exploring, sometimes shooting squirrel things. They are recognised as pests. But yeah, Palia is a very laid back and casual game. It's... Do I have anything that he would want? Maybe fur?
I don't have time for this.
Do you want sharper fur? Yes. There is a creature that stalks the Elderwood beyond Bahari. Had it in his sights once, but there was something about it that made me unable to loosen my arrow. Its eyes seemed familiar somehow.
That's enough.
And that discussion has gotten me some more renown. So if I go to a temple, I could actually improve my focus even more. So there's a dragon shrine this way. Let's go explore that. Which way? North. Got a little shrine here, and there is the actual shrine. A shrine to the Great Dragon. Well, seems like I can only commune with the Phoenix Shrine, unfortunately. White incense fills you with calming warmth. Anything else I can interact with? Mushrooms. Here looks unusual. just meals. It was a normal Cernic. There are rare variants of the animals, and hunting them will give you trophies that you can display in your home. I don't know what they look like, so I won't be able to recognize them that easily. Since my hunting leveled up, he has
Just
new
be
stock,
quick
I
about it.
guess. Yes, I'm here. Going to need better equipment, certainly will. Tools mean nothing if the owner has no skill. Well, I have terrible news for you. My aim is awful. Yeah, I can't even sell arrowheads here. This is the place where I would get arrowheads. So, if I were to get the recipe for standard arrows, which I don't have the money for right now, then I would be able to make those instead of the makeshift arrows, and that would take down the deer in one shot. The bow upgrade shoots farther, has better aim, I guess. I have seen that has durability. One of my friends has shown me that, so I can sort of know that that would be a problem. It's a fair bit of durability. You'll get good use out of it, but eventually the bow itself will go back to being its base version. Just going to have a drink of water. You all should also remember to stay hydrated. It's very important. Always maintain your health. And I can stick some more copper in there to cook. Can grab 9 copper bars. So if I want to upgrade my fishing rod, I have what I need now actually. There we go. I've also learned the recipe for a repair kit, which uses 5 planks and 1 copper bar. So it uses significantly less materials to repair. Use repair kits with the repair station to fix your tools. I don't have a repair station. Yeah, I can't make a repair station. It's still significantly cheaper to make repair kits than to remake the tool, it seems. But yeah, okay. So you can see there's the green outline around the fishing rod on top. That is the durability of it. So let's put some stuff away. I've got plenty of storage at my base. The more chests you put down, the more storage... this one's a decorative chest, I believe. Yeah. The more chests you put down, the more storage you have, and you access all of your storage from any chest. So, I have 2 chests here and here, but they share inventory. Now, cooking goes pretty quickly. You can cook from your storage as well, so it's nice and easy. And you just put thing down, tell it to cook. I'm going to eat some while I'm here. Keep my focus up nice and high. So, yeah, my cooking's slowly getting up there. You can see it in the top left as well, actually. And you can watch up there, pick it up, focus goes down some, experience goes up. But if I want to do more cooking than the basics here, I'm going to have to make a standard stove and a prep station. Both of which require ceramic, which I have to cook clay to get. And I'm out of materials, but if I use quality ingredients... Hello? I'm gonna... Okay, we can grill the quality mushrooms. You also have a mailbox. You'll get mail from characters sometimes. Like Einar has sent me a letter. I have found myself in possession of numerous wriggling worms, and so I have passed this experience on to you. There are many uses for such copious wrigglers. I have been told that fish and humans alike enjoy their savoury flavour. Perhaps on my next visit, you may explain to me how they taste. I'll take the worms, mark that as red. Chain. I don't think I've met Jane. I hope you found the residents here as friendly and welcoming as I know them to be. There is one final resident you've yet to meet. Should you have time and the will, I ask that you speak with the dragon at his shrine north of the village. You may not be his child, but I'm sure he'll welcome you to Kilima just the same. I was just at the dragon shrine. And Ref, the town, or the cook for the inn, who is not very good at his job, become quite the whiz at the campfire, stopped by the inn, has a surprise for me, can teach me how to make more than just food. Oh yeah, stove prep station. Secret recipe for vegetable soup, so I've already picked that up. I just hadn't checked the mail before. There we go. Now I can make cook the quality fish. So you do start with only 2 rows of inventory. You can purchase another for 500, and then after that it's 5,000, I think. I have gained 1,000 focus from eating, so I haven't actually looked at the accomplishments menu before. Gotta get paid, collect gold. So, there's various levels of gold collecting. Tales of a Legend to earn renown. How much was that? Okay, so I've only got 120 right now, so that's total, I guess. Advanced angler, reach fishing levels, cooking, gardening, Mining, hunting, bug catching, foraging, furniture making. Earn skill medals. I don't even know what skill medals are. These, I guess? Nope, those are trophies. For reaching level 10, 25, and 50. Complete weekly challenges. Don't know what those are. Give gifts. Aggressively generous. Give 40 liked weekly gifts. Give 20 loved weekly gifts. Catch a rare bug. Catch an epic bug. Catch a variety of different bugs. Catch a variety of starred bugs. So, oh, okay, so that's not a variety, that's like one of each. Also crustaceans, like crabs. First rare fish, first epic fish. Each, oh my god, there's a lot of fish. There's a lot of fish. Oh boy. First waterlogged chest and makeshift is all mine. Which I guess is just making a bunch of furniture. It keeps going. Rare forage, epic forage. Collect all the forage. Hunt all 3 types of chapa, which are the squirrel things. Hunt all 3 types of Cernic. Okay, so if you have to hunt all every type to get the trophy. A Tale of Luck, Antlers in a Haystack. First silver bar, first gold bar, every mineral. So copper, silver, gold. I don't have a clue what these are. Stone brick, clay brick, ceramic. Then there's going to be gold ore. That's silver ore. So there's gold ore, I assume, and 2 other types of ore that I haven't seen. Make each material. Cook each food. Cook each food as a quality dish. Have focus. Game focus. Make log cabin furniture. Harvest crafting master. So harvest furniture, village furniture, farmhouse, industrial, ravenwood. Lots and lots of furniture. Harvest quality carrots, quality onions, potatoes, tomatoes, wheat. Lots of harvesting. Pull weeds, catch bugs. There's a lot of good objectives here. Let's go through things a bit faster. Make decor, harvest crops. Brew. Befriend Tamala and complete their level 4 friendship quest. Befriend Gina and complete their level 4 friendship quest. Sifu. Tish. Reth. Eloisa. Auni. So just make friends with a lot of people. Still more friendship parts. Okay, and then there's get your glider. Discover the truth behind the mysterious object. Build a house. HOA amazing. Acquire a villager's pin. I don't know what that means. Find 30 of the hidden treasure chests in Bahari Bay. Find 12 of the hidden treasure chests in Kilima Village. Find all of Einar's lost pebbles. What? Unlock a housing slot. 3 housing slots. 5 housing slots. I'm not sure what that means. Promote a friend to editor of your house. Unlock expansion with a writ. 19 expansions, 39 expansions. Okay. So you can see there's a lot to do. I don't know what most of it means. Do I actually have anything that I want to sell? Probably. I don't really care about moss. Oh, I need leather. That's silk thread. Butter is probably going to be useful for cooking. You know what, I'll just sell my bugs, I think. So that'll all get sold in 3 minutes. Get me a nice bit of money. Alright. I think that's everything I want to sell. Wait, what's... Spotted Chapa tail. It's a material of some sort. So I need 3 planks, 2 fabric, and 5 leather. So if I... Oops, no. Let's do this at an actual chest rather than the selling. I have the 3 planks, so I need 2 fabric and 2 leather now. Which I don't know how to make, so I might just buy them if I can have the money for it. Getting the glider is probably going to be a rather useful thing, so spending the money on it probably won't hurt. I just going to have to work out who I actually buy it from. This is the library here. Furniture store. Okay, they have leather and fabric, but it is expensive. They've got recipes as well. So I can probably get leather. Sonokite that has been tanned into smooth leather, and a hardy sheet of cotton fabric. But I'm not sure how I would craft those. Crafting has to be better value, right? Seeds, I'm not going to worry too much about farming. General store has a bunch of stuff that is useful, but I don't really need right now. Oh, also, general store is where you get your bag upgrades, so next one costs me 5,000, which is a fair bit. For some reason there's just a floating broom here. Maybe it's a tassel. Should be hanging off something. I don't know why it's here. Being a bit misplaced, I guess. Nope, this is the premium store. So there are plenty of cosmetics, which can be bought with premium currency, microtransactions to get. Only cosmetics are acquired through microtransactions. There is nothing that you can purchase to speed up your experience of the game at all. You can't. Basically, microtransaction stuff and non-microtransaction stuff is all completely separated. You cannot earn the microtransaction currency through anything in the game, and you also cannot buy anything that you can earn in the game using the microtransactions. So you can't... You can't just pay to win. Coleri has a quest for me, whoever that is. So I'm sort of just waiting until my... I wonder if I have to pick up the money from my house, or if the thing will just automatically give me the money when it sells. The library's manager, another newcomer. They do not loan out books willy-nilly. Guard the knowledge within sacred tomes. I'm looking for recipes. Only you can save Kilima from the lettuce menace. Oh, so he's a carpenter. Can take one. Find them on the shelf. Okay. Get away with something sneaky here. What? Okay.
If you want to keep chatting, try the tavern.
So which shelf do I find the books on then? Fancy cookbook, dessert cookbook. Fancy or dessert, huh? I have to make a choice. Well, let's go with fancy then. So I've got a quest to go to the Dragon Shrine. Ref is over to the west, so he's this way. Go speak with him about the cookbook, since we're right there. What you doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
Hey, you. Whoa.
Brought you a fancy cookbook. Upper Crusts. Guide to making food for the Magiri elite. Bowl of vegetable soup. Hang on. So he does sell some recipes, but not... Like, there's some, but they're not amazing.
I have to leave for mysterious. What can I do you
Actually,
for?
I should chat with him just to increase friendship gradually.
Sorry, can't stand chat.
Okay. What am I doing now? What's this? Badru, I've apparently finished a quest for. Delilah and Nio have new quests for me. Sure. Let's go find everything. I waste so many arrows. Hello.
I'm
Nio.
working up a sweat. Oh.
Kind of overwhelmed. Totally not overwhelmed. What's wrong?
Oh.
3 days of chores in one. God. Giving out a lot of carrots for Sugarfoot. Stocks are running low.
Oh.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh.
I guess I'll provide some extra carrots.
Can't talk. Gotta work.
Shiny butterfly. I've already caught a shiny butterfly before, but I will catch more because why not?
Glad you stopped by.
Seen Aoni or Nio? Nio is right there, woman.
Fairly well.
Here's your lunch.
Sugarfoot says aye.
Your mother couldn't walk a short distance to give it to you.
Nice. If you see Ani, tell him to come home.
Hello, Badru.
Can I help you out?
I grew some crops. This man loves puns.
Ah. Huh?
What does that cloud look like? I don't even remember what an... Oh, Ormu would be cow. Head of lettuce.
See you later, hot potato.
It looks like I do have to actually go collect the money, I guess. Which is unfortunate. But not like there's any real rush. Anything of interest that I can see from up here? Guess I could do with some more copper. Okay, so the flag is... so Aoni is to my east. And the flag is going to be pointing me to the Dragon Tribe. through here to find Army. Right. Oh yeah, that's him over there. Here's
How's
your
it going?
lunch.
Woohoo!
Have a chat. Give him a gift of a bug.
Uh-huh.
Kid loves bugs.
Catch you later, Kay.
Okay, let's run over to the Dragon Shrine. Deal with whatever that is over there. Then we'll come back to the homestead, grab the money from the chest, and go buy the rest of what we need to get the hang glider. Now I can commune with the dragon. Maximum focus increased to 300. Ah. So communing with the dragon increases my maximum focus, and communing with the phoenix increases the bonus experience I get from having focus. Alright. Eat this lettuce soup. What other quests do I have right now? Finish the house. 5 carrots for Nio. House is just on a timer, so that can wait, however. Like, it's going to need, like, still 7.5 hours, I guess. Or more. However long. So, you'll see when people harvest stuff, the material nodes or the resource nodes do disappear. They'll come back pretty quickly, and if multiple people are working on one node, you do both get your own resources from it. So you can just work together with people to speed that up some. Okay, now I have money. I don't know if that's enough though. I need 5 carrots. And put that away, put that away. So I do have enough copper and wood that I could upgrade another tool, but considering they have their durabilities and I can't build a repair station yet, I'm probably going to hold off and just save the resources. Just that way I can wait until I can build a repair station, and that will be a lot more efficient. If you haven't watered, or crops need to be watered each day, if you don't water them, they just don't grow. There's no risk of them withering or anything like that, so it's all fine. Fishing near others gives everyone a boost. Good to know. the game does try to encourage just being friendly with everyone around. Like their rules are very much just be a good person. That's the base essence of it. And as we saw with the fishing one there, they give benefits for actually being around other players. Okay, so was it not in here? Was it the furniture store? It was. So I need 2 fabric and 2 leather. That I cannot afford that even nearly. So if I want 2 fabric, that's going to be 380. And then 2 leather is 120. So that's 500. I would need 500. Oof. That's a long ways off. Well, we can get there eventually, I guess. Or I will find ways to actually make leather.
Oh, can I help you?
I brought you carrots. Here you
Um... Come back anytime.
That didn't seem... Why is Nio avoiding Reth? Because that didn't seem like a good excuse.
I totally wasn't sleeping.
Carrot delivery. Lover boy. Okay. Nio and Kenyatta have been sneaking around.
Stop by again soon.
Right, very nice. Go check out the forge here and see if there's actually anything. No, because I can make a work table, can't I? I've already got one. I'm gonna say hello to
Just got some
Sifu.
new blades and stuff.
I've technically never spoken to this person. Famous monster slayer. I just materialized from a mysterious void.
Huh? Ah.
Chose parenthood over monster hunting. Very good.
Ah. Oh. Huh?
Copper ore. Okay.
Now go out and crush
So
your
she likes copper ore. I don't have any. Oh, I can... This is where I can repair tools. Okay. Alright, so I can feel a bit more uncomfortable with upgrading my tools, knowing that I can repair them here. Go tell Nio that I've delivered the stuff for him.
Sugarfoot says hi.
Delivery complete.
What?
Side of her family's path. So do the families have actual, like, family traditional jobs that they stick with.
Huh. Let me know if you need anything.
So, this is one of the fast travel points. You can see if I want to travel places, it will cost me gold. I'm not going to do that. I don't have the gold to spare, really. I think my solution to the gold shortage right now is probably going to just be a lot of fishing. Looking for shells and oysters probably is more efficient for my time, but I feel like just doing some calm fishing. Ooh, this is shiny. What's this? Crystal Lake Lotus. Have a look around here, see if there's anything of note, and there is. Clay is very important. So we got some copper, because the blacksmith lady likes to receive copper. There's a chest out there in the water. The question is, can I actually get to it? The answer seems to be no. Yeah, no. There's no way I'm making that jump. It doesn't seem to cost me anything when I drown, but yeah, okay. I give up. I'm not making that. Maybe once I get a glider I'll be able to get there more easily, but for now I shall just gather stuff on the shoreline and then go fishing. More clay! Can always do with clay. Hey, there's a chest over there. So you can tell by how there are just chests out in the open, like under that dock. I really haven't done much exploring. But that's fine. It means I can show off more for the stream. Cooking oil, flour, some gold. Nothing too amazing. This clay is growing off the tree. It is now time for fishing. I don't know what benefits having an upgraded rod will actually do for me. Maybe I just reel in faster, maybe I can move the target faster. it's really quite an easy fishing system to deal with. Nice and relaxed. I don't know what the benefit of a perfect catch is, and also, I don't think I've ever had a non-perfect catch. Even though I have had once or twice where a fish did actually leave the target space, it still gave me a perfect catch, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Gillyfin don't have amazing value, but it's not awful either. Also, I've noticed there's no line. Like, there is a line, but it's not actually being thrown out. Hi, Na, do you have a problem?
Greetings.
How much does a cantankerous koi taste? A lot, I guess.
Farewell.
Einar does not understand the concept of food very well. He just likes fishing, and that's fine. For the first time, I get something that isn't a gillyfin. Yes, a wagon wheel. Common piece of garbage. Probably fish with better value in other places. Like, I bet if I went around the edge where there's the big water open there, that might have better fish. You know what, I'll try it. See if I catch anything other than gillyfins out there. Game just teleported me even though I'd hit the land. Oh dear. Alright. Let's see. Does anything else show up out here? looks like a gillyfin to me. Yep. Maybe if I were further up or down the coast. Or maybe if I go to a river. Yeah, this is still gillyfin. Fishing level 4. Did I see a shiny here? No, okay. Get some more clay and then go find something else to do, I guess. What did I say I was going to need? 500 gold? So I need 211. So that's 100, 180, 210. Okay, you know what? And emerald carpet moss, I can sell that as well. And that'll get me to the gold that I need to get the hang glider. Please hit the clay. Now, thankfully, even once it's night and everyone goes off to their beds, or returns home or whatever, I can still access shops. So, it is all fine. Come into the general store to sell some stuff. Sell fish. And I think that's enough. 2 leather, 2 fabric. That's 2 fabric, and that's 2 leather. Now I just need to go pick up 3 sapwood planks from home. Hello, Heckler.
Would you like to communicate?
Let us chat with Heckler. Librarian keeps giving me furtive glances. I cannot tell if she is suspicious of my presence or she is simply curmudgeonly. What can you tell me about gifts? Wish you had time to shoot at Cernix. Love to make Gina some grilled meat. Do I have meat on me? I've only got chatla meat.
Initiating goodbye ritual.
Maybe I will see a Cernic along the way and shoot it. Maybe. Nope. To home! Oof. We've already been at this for almost 2 hours. You can see it's a very cozy game and you just lose time to it. I'll plant the cotton, I suppose. I'm planting these all around the onion that I've planted because there are benefits to planting around various plants or near various plants. So you can see the things that are adjacent to the onion. So unfortunately it seems like diagonals don't count, but directly adjacent they have weed prevention. Adjacent to the wheat they have harvest boost, so I guess they harvest more. And yeah, the onion and wheat that are next to the cotton both have quality boost. So planting the same things together don't provide them any boosts, but planting them around other plants does seem to. So that's useful to be aware of. I have more letters. Nio has sent me pickles. Okay. Aoni has sent me a star quality brush-tail dragonfly. Baju, makeshift pantry. And Hassian hasn't sent me anything, but it's a letter to say that I've reached high enough skill level to qualify for new quality stuff. Now one of the characters had told me that someone would like receiving trash from the lake as a gift, because they don't approve of they just don't approve of the lake being filled up with trash. So that's something to try to remember, but I don't remember who it was. Ah, okay. I can actually check the relationships tab. Ashura has a new conversation for me, I guess. Don't know what Kaleri wants. Einar has something to say. Delilah, I've finished a quest. Oh, Heckler wants grilled meat. Hadari wants Cernic antlers. Kenley wants the wagon wheel. Najuma would want sweet leaf. I don't think I have any. Silvery minnow for Zeki. So let's real quick grab antlers for the lad, the miner, and that's all I can provide for this week. I think I'll be able to find some sweet tea leaf in the area where Najima is, so I'll find some of that before I go talk to him, hopefully. Though, unfortunately, most people are going to be sleeping right now. Heckler might still be out and about, so I can see... Yes, still outside. Chain, hello.
I'm always here if you ever need guidance.
Welcome to the village. Ritual Sage. I'm still figuring that out. What can you tell me about gifts? Small garden. Love to add some onions if I find any seeds.
If you need help, all you have to
Are you in need of sustenance?
I have grilled meat.
Tell me if you require anything.
Delilah is apparently still here. I'm going somewhere at 10:30 at night.
You seen Arnie? That boy is always running around.
Lunch was delivered.
Oh.
Veggie soup.
Today's been quite the grind.
Kenley's walking home this way. He wants the wagon wheel.
I always have time for my constituents.
Chat with Kenley. Daughter Kenyatta, growing into a beautiful young lady.
Could you come back later?
Nope. He has a
Government
new quest
work
for
is
me.
best done between naps.
Can I help you with something? Didn't see you there. Someone lost his sandwich. But that's besides the point. Not the brightest man.
Oh.
Where should I look?
Don't tell Eshe you saw me.
So, sandwich is probably somewhere around Phoenix Falls. A waterfall, flowers. So it's probably around here or Margie's Hollow. Left it somewhere in the shade near flowers and a waterfall. Well, since it gives me the information, I don't need to go find it right now while it's fresh in my mind. I can put that off. Aina, what have you got to say?
Your lit movements are directed at me?
Level of fishing advancement. Map into new recipes. For worm farm. Helps create fertilizer as well. Okay.
Farewell.
You know what? Let's just eat all these pickles. Get my focus up and clear out the inventory space there. There are still a lot of people I haven't spoken to. Sifu is in town. Can go give her some copper, hopefully. Jello
Life's too short to spend it badly dressed.
is an artist. Probably a clothier, I guess, judging by the scissors. Jill would like
Toodaloo.
to receive a barracuda. Okay. Kenyatta.
Today just seems to drag on and on and on. Blech.
Bushtail. Bushtail dragonfly for her.
Let's go!
More mention of the beast of the Elderwoods.
Okay, bye.
Hello.
What is it?
Another human.
Oh.
Secret house. She wants the leather, you're not getting any. Leather is expensive.
Try not to be so bold next time.
Sifu is this way. Oh, looks like a bank of some sort, I don't care right now.
Good to see you.
Here is copper ore.
Ah. Woo!
Have a chat too.
Huh? Now where was I?
Oh, and
Need
has a
anything?
quest now.
Huh?
Seeing your boy around. What?
Ah.
Oh no, I made enough steak to feed a herd of wild shadvaraks.
I'm
Okay, I
starved.
don't even... Oh, Hassia. Okay, so the hunter is her son. He's not even in this zone right now, I think. Flowers. Ooh, shiny bug. Missed. We'll catch you eventually. There we go. Flowers, waterfall, shade. Is the sandwich here? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, that's fine. Onward with other quests. Fortunate enough to spot any sweet tea. You know what? I'll run off to Hassian's direction. He's sleeping though. He's in his house. So I don't know if I can actually speak with him. I can chat with
Just this
Hassian.
once.
Oh.
Sweet tea. Mines? Can I do anything in the mines? Because I am easily distracted. I cannot mine this. I guess I need the copper pick to mine iron. I presume that's iron. It looks a bit too blue. Could be anything, I suppose. But I don't see any harvestables. Yeah. So I guess I just... Ooh. Ripples. I think ripples indicate rare fish. That's not. Come on. Mud minnow. Okay, sure. Hassian and Tao, the best character. Snack time. Tao. Yes, Tao is best. Beautiful foxy cat and foxy dog thing. Survive an arrow, or did I miss? Well, it's very far away and it's gone. Bug. No sweet tea leaves. Not giving gift to lad. Oh well. Oh, I was on the right side of the lake. Oh. Acquire glider?
Hi. You did it! Yes! Huh. Nice! Damn it!
I'll see you around.
Ooh. And I received 5 unopened oysters. These are what I was referring to, where you can find them along the beach. You just right click. I got a pearl out of one. So you can see pearl, 70 gold value. They're rather rare, so I'm surprised I got one there. I've opened something like 15 oysters and received 1 pearl at one time. But 70 gold is pretty good value. So, now that I have a glider, I can come up to somewhere slightly high and just jump and glide. Nice. Going to be something up here. I mean, it lets me climb it, so that's a pretty good indication that there's something here. And there is... Sweet leaf! Quickly, back to the boy. I must give gifts to all peoples.
All the way here.
Sweet leaf.
Nice. I wouldn't blame you if you don't.
Kid likes tea. Understandable, tea is good. Tea helps. Ooh, chest. More sweet leaf. Damn it. Still going. Thought I hit it with a second shot there. And my inventory is full. But I can eat this soup and my inventory will not be full. And then my inventory will be full again. Sernuk antlers were for minor lad. I believe will be... Oh, no, he's... Damn it. Damn it, Hodari.
Go on.
Here, have antler. Oh. The inventor kid is a girl. Okay. Good to know. You will not buy things from me because you never do. Nobody buys anything except for the general store. You have a quest now.
What?
I can find out what she wants. Daughter hasn't been talking to him.
Sure. Huh?
Apparently I already knew.
Anyways,
What's up here? Time to go exploring some. No, you can make it. Climb. Climb, man. No, that's not happening. Oh. Don't fall all the way down. We can climb a different spot. Get the stamina back. Hell yeah. There's nothing up here. Can I go through this gap? No. There is nothing up here. I guess there's a lot of mining nodes. What's up here? More spots to mine. Well, time to do something very stupid and jump into the mines. Nothing up here. No, nothing here. Just over there. Nope, that's just a pillar. It's not the ideal time to go adventuring like this when I've got a full inventory. But, oh well. I'm here, so I shall. Can get up and down from there. What's over here? This just leads outside. Okay. And if I go deeper... fishing spot. Different outside. And this will also lead back into the mines? No. This is the fire temple. Okay. And if I go back in here and loop around, what will I find? Passage here, that's just a dead end with an entrance up there, and I can climb. What will we find up here? If I can, yeah, I can make it. Nothing that way. And this just drops me out again. The temple. Okay then. Well, there's probably plenty to explore at these ruins, but I'm going to just teleport home because my inventory is full and I need to empty it. I'll sell the pearl. probably sell the Briar Daisy as well, I guess, actually. Okay, bugs I will sell, milk I won't. Blueberry jam is very good food. Cannot sell these treasure chests, that's fine, I will just put them down. That's the back because it's got the hinges. Anything in these. Alright, let's make a batch of repair kits so that I can feel comfortable with making upgraded tools. And then I can upgrade my pickaxe and my axe. Go. Do I need more arrows? I've got 9. I guess I could do with some more arrows. Let's see if I can cut down trees. I can! I couldn't do that before with my basic axe. 13 wood. Still can't cut down the big trees. Go until I've got how much experience am I gaining from this? Not a huge amount, really. Oh, plants need watering. What? I apparently just got a message saying my back-to-back action was unusually fast and thus rejected. I don't know what that means. Let's make some more arrows. That'll do. Yeah, I will be making a lot more chests in due time, but like I'll make them as I need them, I think. Let's see. I want to have a look for. No. Okay. There she is. Sifu is far out. That's fine. I can run there. I can run many ways. Finally got my glider mech, so I can actually do things now. I mean, I can't do absolutely anything almost made it across there, but I guess I'll take the bridge like a sane person. Seafood quest is done.
Getting ready for a big adventure?
He'll be there. Is he ever excited about anything?
Oh. Woo! Next time you slay a monster, tell it Seafood sent you.
I hope there are no monsters to slay. Craft and place the stove and prep station on the house. I've actually got quests for that. Unpin that because it's just a time limited thing. Talk to Gina in the mysterious temple and craft things in my home. So let's head for the mysterious temple, I guess. While just harvesting things along the way. I'm so sure about that mech. This is yet another, but it's actually open. The Night Sky Temple. Why do I have access to this place? Fish? Fox? Phoenix? Or sparrow or something? Gorilla? I am absolutely saying you're not sane, mech. None of us are. We are gamers, we just throw ourselves into the abyss. This is a nice little pond. Scatter, woodland creatures, for your doom is here. Chest. Now, can I actually get out of here? If I can, it's this way. Okay, I can climb the cliff. Very good. What did that chest actually have? Nothing of importance. I've got 200 down. Let's go commune with the Phoenix a couple of times. I think I prefer the Phoenix benefit over the dragon. I wonder how high you can get this. It's costing a flat 100 each time, so it's not increasing. is good to have some increase in maximum focus, but the focus efficiency, or whatever it is, bonus, seems like a good thing to have. Gina! Hello, I have glider.
Learn anything new? Huh. Oh.
Something glowing across the gorge. Ancient carving. Want to borrow the glider? Have a chat. Oh, she has achieved friendship level 2. That door looks closed and I doubt I can open it. Storage in the human language. Additional carvings that are hard to make out. The door won't budge. Can we get anything? Ooh. Ancient tome. We have been here too long. Without the sun, I cannot say how long. I simply know it has been too long. You can tell by the looks on their faces. On others' faces. Hunger, fear, anger. They are being consumed by emotion. They have left us with more questions than answers, so the only response is fear. Okay, cool. Hang on a minute. I want to see if I can fish in the rushing river. Seems like I can't. Oh, I can. But what is to be found in such a rapid river? An eyeless minnow. Horrifying. Is there anything other than eyeless minnow to be caught here? I feel like there's probably something else in here, but like this is probably the common cave fishing result. Yeah, the more XP from the Phoenix Shrine does seem like just a lot more valuable for communing than the Dragon Shrine. I couldn't remember the terminology it used, but yeah, the more XP. Ooh, chest. Gold morals. Okay, this door is closed. Can I examine it? Been abandoned for a long time, door inoperable. Way. So those stairs would have led... Okay, I have to check where those stairs lead. Oh, they would have just led here. Does this door wish for water? No. Okay. Fine then. I guess I have to launch upward. the light of the water spout to wait until I'm standing on it to activate. Nothing over there, it's just this. The people here have begun to shun me. They think I am the one keeping them here. I simply do as I was told, guard the puzzle and prevent anyone from touching it. Hilarious videos. Oh god, it's a sliding block puzzle. Okay, so this is going to be the fish. And thankfully it's already basically complete. Oh, that could have been a lot more of a pain to deal with. Oh, okay. So that did something pretty important. Temple of the Waves. I can interact with what? Why can I do this again? Okay, it doesn't do anything else. Let's go back. How do I get back? Okay. I mean, I can probably glide from here and, like, just climb up the cliff face, but instead, launch. Ooh, chest. No, down. I return, small woman.
Doing your own research?
Someone was trapped here. The temple's puzzle was hiding something. What do you think it is? Explain what happened. Yeah, I went there just before.
Sorry, I was in my
Able to
thoughts.
chat?
I
No.
forgot to eat again.
Can I chat with Heckler?
Awaiting input.
Hello, Heckler. Have chat. Curiosity. Gina complains that her food lacks the requisite amount of taste. Perhaps some garlic would help clear up the situation.
Conversation has
Garlic can be nice if used right, but I have none to share. Only have 65, so no point going to the Phoenix Shrine on the way out. Wait. Okay, meet Gina in the ruins near Heckler's tent. Okay, so the compass is giving a quest marker at Gina, but that is not the right way to go. Can I just jump out here? No. I have glider. Let me glide. Can't even jump there. compass is being weird and keeps marking Gina elsewhere. There's a temple we need is over this way.
Need
One
any help?
shiny achieved.
Huh. Oh,
Yes,
you've already
stand at a
left.
safe distance. Oh! You have unlocked an ancient vault. Click on a bundle and add the rare items requested. Complete all bundles for an additional reward. So this is similar to the Stardew Valley community centre. Fisherman's Brew. Enchanted pupfish, shimmerfin, long-nosed unicorn fish. Found off the coast of Bahari Bay using glowworms during the day. Found in Kalima Lake using worms. Found in Kalima Lake using glowworms. Probably purchased from Einar. Inky dragonfly. Lives around, found around rivers and ponds in Bahari Bay. Trout dinner. I don't know. Hydrate Pro Fertilizer. You can purchase that, I know, but I don't know how else you would get it. Giant goldfish. Found in ponds using glowworms. Garden mantis. I've caught a garden mantis before and I sold it. Or did I give it to the bug kid? I don't know. Vampire crab. Found around the flooded fortress during the evening and night. Found around the lake in Kalima. Chance to be found when foraging around the lake. The mutated angler. Found in Bahari Bay caves using worms. Void Ray, Bahari Bay caves using glowworms. Green pearl. Okay, so I guess oysters have a chance to drop a green pearl, and that's going to be extremely rare. So don't sell that if you find one. Found along the coast in Bahari Bay. Found off the coast of Bahari Bay using worms. Sushi, somehow you would get a recipe to cook that. Okay.
There's so much to learn. Huh?
Vault that only opens when you put more stuff into it. Humans are weird. Yeah, none taken.
Well, back to my
Well,
research.
I mean, I've already found the fire temple, but I can't go in. But whatever. There's lots to do. Lots and lots and lots. Why does my compass still have on the very right edge? Like, why is she still there? The quest is done. Kenny's sandwich near flowers in shade by a waterfall. Hell if I know where that's going to be. Over by this waterfall, maybe? I sort of doubt it. Flowers, shade. Oh, foraging level 5. Lovely. Nothing here, maybe on the other side. Can't climb this cliff. Oh, the river is very shallow. Okay. Up this way, perhaps? There are quite a few waterfalls around, so I've got no clue where the Kenley's sandwich thing would be. Oh, I can unlock new foraging recipes. I guess we'll probably do that and then call it there for the day. Talk to this lad. Hello.
How's your day going?
Heavy sawmill. That's going to cost 1,000. Good God. That ain't happening. Flow infused planks. Needs flow infused wood. Allows you to track rare foraging resources for 15 minutes. Huh. Okay. Plenty of stuff here, but I have no... Oh. Skill medals can be earned after skill level 10 from leveling up and completing weekly challenges. Caps at 2,000 medals. Well, that answers that question. Chat. Sure.
Drop by whenever you like.
There's lots of people present.
I'm
Jane.
always here if you
Hello.
ever need guidance.
Have chat.
If you'll excuse me, I need to clear my...
Finally, someone nice to talk to. Oh. Don't tell Essie you saw me.
What's
Zeki,
happening?
hello. Always be buying. Do I have any fish? Oh, wow. My inventory is not... Oh, okay. Yeah, my inventory is not playing nicely here.
Be seeing ya.
I mean, I'd like to give him an eyeless mirror and
Time's
see
money.
if he likes that, but
See you around.
I evidently cannot.
Care to try my world-famous soup?
Chat.
Oh. All right. Break's over.
gaining renown just by
Can't
talking
do better
to people
than
is nice.
Sifu's. Back
Already
to work.
spoken to you recently. Let's go chat with Tish.
I've got
Tish,
some new
hello.
stuff in the shop.
Tish must be a romance option because she's got a little heart symbol. I can't give anyone
Hope you have
gifts
a
now.
wonderful day.
How strange.
Good
Jill,
company
hello.
is always welcome.
I've
Take
already
care.
chatted with you. I guess... Yeah, let's just walk back to town and be lazy, because I'm almost done for the day. I guess I'll try building the things that I have a quest to make, and that'll do. So, stove and prep station. So that needs 5 ceramic, 1 copper, 8 ceramic, 2 copper. So that's 13 ceramic and 3 copper that I need to make, or that I'm lacking. I cannot make enough copper. Okay. I can make 1 more copper, and then I'm just going to need more. In which case, I might as well... I need 13 ceramic, then that's going to be 26 clay. There we go. Leave that automated. Might as well stick... no. Do I need sapwood for anything? No. I will need planks for this. I've got the planks, but it will use some, so I might as well make more. All the chests just piled up in my tent. I'll find the sandwich another time, no worries. It's a lot of food. What am I at? 180, so I'm lacking about 120. This will do 100. So I can't stack these to 5, which is annoying. Alright. I think I'm actually going to call it here for today. The house still has 5.5 hours to go, but that will happen eventually. So, yeah, this, there we go. Alright, so, I've had some fun today. It's been a nice, calm stream. This game has proven to be a very slow-paced one where you just take it easy, do things as you want. I quite like that. The beta is free, so you can go sign up, download it, try it out. And I believe the devs are planning for the full game to be free. They're planning to be monetized via cosmetic items, so you can purchase those to support them if you like and if you are able to. Other than that, if you have enjoyed the stream, I have both a Discord and a Twitter. You can follow those, join the Discord server, follow the Twitter channel or account, whatever you call that. Those are where you can get updates for when I'm going live, what I'm going to stream, or if something comes up and I cannot stream, that's where you're going to see it. I also have a YouTube channel where my VODs will be uploaded so that they will still be available after the 1 week that Twitch keeps them up. So you can go there to see any of my older streams and look back at those. Other than that, I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you very much for being with me today. Have a good one.